Okay, we back. What's going on? Shout out to the fans out there.
I just found out how to get 10.
Let's go, right? I'm sorry to keep things noisy right now for y'all. So, beats from scratch. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Check out the albums. The plaques is on the wall. My top selling EPs. First big deal session right here. It's how I started right here, but it's a little more. The plaque, here's the thing. The plaque before this project has not reached the potential of getting a plaque. That's why it's kind of crazy because these are albums. These are appreciated, right? The mixtape that I did before this had two major songs on it. Bandwagon and Rich All Over. Two breakout singles. Go check out the video. They actually was so big that it made the album for me to put it on the Fuck Y'all album. Now, any project before that, y'all gotta understand, I was on parole, so I couldn't. It was a long hold on me, people. We talking about a hold from. Let me get this shit straight so nobody don't get this shit confused. I got locked up at the age of 22, going on 23. When they let me out, I was 29. Then you gotta remember, from there, I was on 5 years parole. So 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Game is already over for me because guess what? Everybody that's gonna be younger or whatever, they gonna be like, hey, he's old, But besides all that shit, I really have a job to do. Like, I'm me. I do this for real. Like, not for real, but I do it because I love it. And dealing with the labels, I fell out of tune with certain stuff. So it's like, it's like, what you want to do? You want to go hard making the music, make the music, and then it just be unappreciative in a way, and you putting all that time and effort and money into it, or you just get in there, go berserk, pick out the singles, whatever's hot, and just grab the money. I fell in love with grabbing the money, not really taking the crap. Like, I'm gonna tell you, everything on here, listen, the top is serious. This right here, let me tell you how serious it got. Because fans is always listening. Always listening and stuff like that. So guess what? When I work hard and I put out real music that I like and I love, it's good. But the minute I drop some bullshit, some trash that I do not like, the Electric Maid falls under that category. Because the label tried to play me. They gave me some money for one project. I threw it in with another project. And I had a project that I was working on, and then they called me talking about, yo, we need something. I'm not turning my album in until I get paid, man. I need to get paid first. Like, a lot of this structure shit, a lot of this stuff is like bullshit. Yo, this shit is bullshit. Motherfuckers that know they deal and know they numbers, it's like, it's crazy. Now, listen, I'm okay. I'm happy. People are streaming my shit. Now, if I tell you how much times they really, like, a lot of people, yo, let me tell y'all something about this streaming shit. Don't tell me that you doing 40,000 streams and you only getting such and such. Nah, this how I'm doing my shit. Cause every artist is different. Everybody got a whole different situation. Everybody's different, man. Like, I'm not even speaking for nobody. I'm speaking for myself. I'm happy. My fans is happy. These are accomplishments. A lot of motherfuckers do not have these songs, these projects right here. These are 25 songs an album, back to back to back. Let's not play games. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of that's a lot of. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. And then I lost my son. So dealing with all that, looking at this right here, this right here, this is it right here. Two major big ass singles from a mixtape landed on an album. Okay? It's really supposed to be a double album, but I said, you know what? I'm not going to just, I was going through a after bad shit happened, I said, you know what? We're not even going to change it to that because I'm like, it's just about, it's just crazy. Going to a show, performing a song. When I did Long Live the King, my son passed away. The album dropped. The tickets sold out. And I was on the stage and I'm telling everybody, go download, go stream the album, go play the album, watch the videos, go check it out. And then I drove away from the club after that. Like after I did the show and all that, I got up out of there and it was great. Shout out to Blackthorn 51. Great show, great fans, great people, great chemistry, great atmosphere. Everything was great. She was like a rock star status type joint. So it was kind of cool. And then it's like when I got home, it's like I can't stop now. At that point, when you lose someone, the shit could take you down, or you could try to climb up out of the grief and the sorrow and all this, you know what I'm saying? Everything that's just messed up. So I did that with the luxurious life. Went to Boston, did 2 back-to-back shows before the pandemic. Very successful. Shout out to Jermin over there at Belmont Center. Shout out to Boston. Love y'all. Great, great hospitality, everything. Uh, then I just went into the EP stage. I said, you know what, fuck this album shit. That's when I started looking at everything kind of different. I said, I can't do no album. I gotta do like an EP. I gotta get into that EP wave for y'all. A lot of my favorite artists do not have EPs. So if you don't have an EP out there, get an EP. Shout out to the big guys up there. EPs is good. It's just not an album. It's not a lot of work, really. But uh there's something that the label is looking for. Listen carefully. When I dropped NASDAQ, I was feeling myself. I was hyped. You know why? Because I just came off of Phil 7. And there's a single, Phil 7, that's on NASDAQ. That's what make the EP just fly, like fire. Beautiful album. Then came the Luxurious Life, still luxurious. It's a piggyback off the album. So I had to just get I had to get with it with that one, and it came out to be successful the second go around. That's so cool. There's other EPs I have, but these are the top sellers, right? And then the Jubilee. When Jubilee came right when things was just falling down in a way. So I dropped the Jubilee and the shit just went out the park. The reason why is because when I dropped my first album on Parole 2014, I went to Jersey promoting the album, and when I came back, Parole almost violated me and asked me, "Yo, was you in Jersey promote?" Because it was on a TV station, it was everywhere. The Fast Money anthem blew up, but it's just that I had to pull the album back and not violate Parole. Like, who the fuck want to do a project, start touring, making money, doing all of this, and then police just come and grab you talking about, yo, you was in Jersey. We seen your album, the single was all over the place. What's happening? You can't do that. And violate me for a year and a half? Negative. Yo, pull the album out, pull the album back. We gonna drop other shit, keep shit going, and we not giving them no album right now. That's how I was working. So when I pulled that album back, I re-released it 7 years later, which it would be called Jubilee. I released it in a different EP form because the first form was like 5 singles, and we put it out and the shit was fire. Like everything, you got Fast Money Anthem on there, which is Before the Filth. That single just we re-released that single and it went sky high again. Your neighbor is just through the roof right now. Shout out to Andre. Shout out to MDS. Shout out to California. Great record. Just great record. Third one, Bandwagon. Okay, that one went straight out the park. Female feature. Um, we putting Harlem on the map, and the Bandwagon was a great release. It's my first. Both of my releases was collaborations under the label, so that was so dope. And then you got Bold Faces. That's another record that was on the first album, so that went sky high. Shout out the collaboration artists on that record and video. But when I put out the single, it only had me on it, so that went sky high. That went good, and then we released a double album called Bold Faces. Check it out on Apple Music right now. And just to piggyback off the single, we just made a double album and the single and a video, so it's dope. And then we got the Oh Yeah. Oh Yeah is another record, right? It was done with another artist, and I just felt like, you know what? Let me put Melamazin on there, and you know, both versions is great, but we could only use one version, and that's with Mel. And then that went out the park. Oh yeah. So what made the album on the Fuck Y'all? Bandwagon solo cut. Rich All Over solo cut. And oh yeah. Those are the three records that came off that project. And it was great. So uh yeah, yo. And yeah, these are my big sellers. So when I got down to Electric Maid, the label didn't pay me. Or I think I ran off. You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I ran off with a little bit more money than I was supposed to when I did the Jubilee. My deal was for Before the Filth. But dealing with the records and the timing and everything and this and that and this and that, a lot, the whole rigmarole, everything, I end up re-releasing the Jubilee, and it became successful like when I first started. The thing is, they probably looked at it like, oh, we giving them too much money for an old project. Remind you, it's been 7 years, the time frame from 2014 to 2021. So the fans the fans just wanted that release so motherfucking bad that when I released it, the shit just went out the fucking park. It's one of my biggest releases yet. Um they got some underground joints that I did too. Um bankrupt Bankruptcy not available. That's a exclusive project on Apple Music. That's also doing numbers. Check that out. So once I got to Electric Maid, let me let y'all know I did not get paid that whole fucking year. Okay, that's one of my worst years doing business in music. Period. I hate that year. The only great thing that came out that year was when I called up the label and I'm like, yo, where's the money at? The album is done. I didn't put it out yet, but I'm like, yo, this album is done. We shot the videos to the records, and I'm like, yo, I'm about to turn it in. I'm about to turn it in. Where's the bread? What's up? What's going on? They didn't even do anything. But I said, you know what? I got y'all. Because I made the call November 28th. I made the call. And I'm talking about my money, and I'm like, what's going on? We doing business? Like, cause this is real. This is not no play. I'm not playing. Like, yo, I got a big check for the Jubilee. That's 2021. 2022 come around. Where's the bread? What's up? I'm working. I'm the hardest mother. 2022 is my hardest working year on the fucking, yo, what? Motherfuckers better do your research. Cause yo, this shit is real. I put in too much work but I said, you know what? I'm not like, listen, I don't argue. I just want to do great business, solid business, get the job done. Yo, that's why when I put this album out, it's only one single on here. This is my only project right now that is only one single to Electric Maid. I think that's one of my biggest is the one and only biggest single of that year. And you know what? Let me tell you something before I start going on and on and on and on, right? It was one of my worst years putting out an album. But I learned something. I learned that this is the first worst project I ever made, right? Not really worse. I don't want to talk down on my projects. It's just something that I looked at like, y'all paying me for a great EP. I'm saying to myself, the next album I drop, they gotta pay me some real bread. But once they start playing like they not giving me the money for my project and for my time that I just did, I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not even gonna fuck around no more. I'm not wasting my time giving you real raw stuff, and then I gotta either deal with the label or the fans trying to play me and not give me what I deserve. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna put out some bullshit. Not bullshit, but I'm gonna put out something that I don't really do. Like, I'm gonna just go into a whole different lane. You get what I'm saying? So I went into a whole different lane, dropped that, and I never did numbers before like this. That's because the fans was probably listening to it. Like, I know they was listening to it and they was mad or something. Cause it's like, they probably like, yo, what the fuck is this? This is disrespectful. That's how I felt. I felt, now y'all understand. So once I did that and y'all start listening, now I'm like, wait a second, y'all rather listen to the bullshit than listen to like the real shit that I'm, you listen to all the stuff, all the stuff is great, but this is when I'm gonna tell you something. This is when me and the business and everything started getting real personal. Right here. Electric Maid 2022. Then we going over here 2023. Mind you, the biggest single I have for 2021 is I Love. I couldn't put the I Love on this album because I was going through my emotional, like, trying to, you know what I'm saying? That's what they was looking for. But I said, nah, I'm not gonna put it on this album. This is like a prelude intermission album right there. But when I came over here to Sasquatch Returns, that means I'm coming now. Now I'm coming back. You know what I'm saying? Sasquatch Returns. It's like I've been in the wilderness, the music industry wilderness. So when I say I return, Sasquatch Returns. One of my biggest albums right now. It's doing numbers right now. Big singles that's on there. How I start off the album, Give Me the Keys. Give me the keys. This album right here was bombed straight for the label, man. Straight for the label. Because I was coming raw. I said, you know what? We're going to drop Give Me the Keys. We got the I Love remix. Sasquatch Returns. First three main goal hitters out the park. Shout out to Rob the God for producing the single. It's crazy. This is actually a double album. But since they didn't play with the money, I'm gonna tell you now, they ain't play with the money with this shit right here. They did not play with the money, but I'm gonna tell you what they did because it's 2024, and what I did was run with a budget from 2023 and 24. So when they gave me for this, it's a double album. Pay attention, it's a double album. Okay. When I presented it, and they gave me the budget for the double album. But what I did was separated because I couldn't think straight. With the money and the production and this and this and da. It's fucking crazy. Anybody that's dealing with music, period, and deals and labels and fans man, fuck that shit, man. That shit got me going bugged out crazy. I said, you know what? I got y'all with the double album, but since I'm going through a lot of pressure and this and that, I'm gonna do it separately, but we gonna still keep it together. So the this too is Icy Sasquatch. So it's Sasquatch Returns and Icy Sasquatch. Icy Sasquatch is a great. Listen, it's 10 singles on this double. 5 on one, 5 on the other. Nobody can do it better. We got Give Me the Keys, I Love Remix, Sasquatch Returns, Paradise Gem, Kiwi. Go check it out. It's official. Five singles, and they different. It's a piggyback off of this nonsense that I dropped. I'm not gonna say it like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not something I do, but I did it because I ain't gonna lie, I love this album too because it put me on a different wave. Like, I just changed up my genre, being frustrated and kind of ignorant and, Just saying, fuck it, I'm gonna give y'all anything. Y'all playing with me and my money, I'm gonna give you anything now. Yo, take it or leave it. That's it. Electric Made ended up turning out to be something great, and then I piggybacked off of it with a double album, 5 singles for each. Crazy. So now, this too, Icy Sasquatch, you got let me see if I could, cause I can't get it like I'm supposed to know it off the top. Alright. 5 singles off of Icy Sasquatch. You got 1462. Right? Check that out. 1462 is a single. That's the first single. The second one, I'm supposed to know it off the top. The second one is the second one is Icy Sasquatch. No, it's Let Me Be Your Hero. Then it's Icy Sasquatch. And it's 2 more. But I'm gonna tell you what it is right now. Let me go to the project. We're gonna actually play it right now for you too. 14, okay, it's 1462. Let Me Be Your Hero. Chestnut Street. Marco Remius. And Icy Sasquatch. So we're gonna actually get into that. You know, we're not gonna play none of the albums, but that is what it is. And I love that double album. That's you know, it's really impressive coming from me because I'm pushing myself up and better and getting better. You got to remember, dropping an album with 1 single to dropping a double album with 10 singles is a big jump. It's a lot of confidence. It's a lot of work. You know, it's great. I love it. Now, the other plaques, The Wilderness, Barbed Wire Clouds, Mahogany, those plaques is coming soon. Let me explain something to you about that. That's like a mixtape album release. Like, you know, because I did The Wilderness, the mixtape, and it was so good. The 20 songs was so good. I said, you know what? I'm so mad that I couldn't release